Hi, my name is Jonathan Key. I'm here at BGG.CON 2023, and this is the Exhibitor Hall. Let's go check it out. So here is CGE Games, Kuna Ora. That is a really great game. I played your game. It's awesome. Oh, look, it's sold out. It's sold out. Maybe next time. How many copies of this did you sell?
I think around 100.
100?
Yeah.
Fantastic. Wow. Yeah, I played this with a friend who bought your game, and they're like, "This is a great game. You gotta check it out." I love it. All right, keep up the good work. There's special deals over here on board games over here and board game bags. If you want a game from All Play, Display, BoardGameTables.com. Good deals on some games. This is DBL Feature. Black Rainbows. They're demoing their games. You got Watts. You partner in game manufacturing. Oh, okay. We got Mosaic Games. Oh, cool. We got Almond Gaming, One-Shot Questers. Over here, you have Bazada Games.
Weaponize some Earth cows and destroy humanity in this game.
Fantastic! Wow, this is cool looking. How many people have you been able to demo games to?
We've probably had about, I'd say, 30, maybe 40.
30 or 40 people.
Yeah,
awesome.
It's been really great.
What?
First time at a convention. First time exhibiting.
Wow. So how did you hear about BGG.CON?
So I actually came in the spring. So my best friend lives in the Dallas area. So he said, if we're going to get into conventions, let's start with BGG.CON. And so we came here in the spring just as participants. And I said, we're starting a new company doing board games. Why don't we give it a shot as exhibitors? And it's been awesome.
Your name is Brian Moffitt, and you're with Bazada Games. Very cool. This is Josh. Josh Mora.
Josh.
And Mars Escape is their game. Tell me a little bit about your game.
So Mars Escape is a 2 to 4 player take that type of game. It's where you and your astronaut buddies are on your way to Mars. However, you crash land. So when you wake up, you realize that the aliens, which are these guys right here, they have taken your ship parts. So now you have to defeat them in order to take them back. However, it's not going to be easy because everybody's trying to kill them. And the first person with 4 ship parts wins. You need your weapon cards in order to do the damage to kill those. But the fun begins whenever you start using the item cards. These blue cards right here are the item cards that allow you to cancel cards. They will allow you to skip a player's turn, or even better, it will allow you to steal ship parts that somebody has already defeated. And that is Mars Escape. It is a pretty fun game. You guys should check it out.
So, Dead Mimic Games. So,
Yes.
you guys have been around for how long?
So we, as a company, we barely started, I think, this year. We barely have 1 year. But working on the game, we've been working on it for at least 2 to 3 years. Life gets involved and everything, so we had to pause it. But this year, we're like, you know what? We feel like we have something. People love the game, so let's push it as much as we can. We've gone to several cons this year, several events, and people seem to be loving it. So we plan to make more in the future.
Excellent, great. So tell me, why did you choose to come to BGG.CON?
We chose to come to BGG.CON because we heard great things. We heard lots of people are going to be here. It'll be a great way for a lot of people to play our game. We have also put our game in the library upstairs, so even if they don't play it with us, they feel more comfortable playing with their group of friends. They can totally check it out upstairs as well.
All right, very good. Keep up the good work, Josh.
Thank you.
Good to see you.
Good to see you too.
Hey, I'm Alex. I'm the game designer of Mars Escape.
Yeah, so tell me, how many people have y'all been able to demo your game to?
Oh man, it has to be like more than like 60 plus already. We've been like nonstop talking, just showing everyone the game.
So is it worth it to be a sponsor or a exhibitor here?
Oh, it's definitely worth it, especially this con because this is such a huge place.
So people come here to play games and leave having made a ton of friends, huh?
Oh yeah, this community is amazing. Everyone's coming together just to play some board games.
That's right. Well, thank you. It's good to see you.
Yeah, it's good to see you.
All right, Go for Broke Games, Wolf Boy Games, Job Games. We got Tilted Tinker. We got Pet Domination, Kittens versus Corgis. We got Playful Otter, Dahlias by Amigo, a Bonanza art game. We got Sirens. All right, here we have Wild Realms. and Ogrefish.
Okay. Well, Wild Realms is a set collection card management game where you're trying to compete with your opponents, and each player has their own player mat, and you're collecting animals from all different realms and trying to build one of each 4 realms: air, fire, wind, and air, and fill those. And the first one to lock those, all 4 of those, wins the game. To do so, you're trying to collect animals from each of the 5 classes in the game, and one of those needs to be a leader. And then once you do that, you have the ability to lock that realm. As you're amassing those realms, those are undefended until they're able to be locked, and in such a way you could be competing with your opponents. They also have the opportunity through their alliance to battle your realms and compete with some dice rolling and some competition that way. And we do have one unique piece in the game, is the opportunity to draw unleash a legendary beast, and when done so, you're able to draw from the legendary beast stack and create a global event that affects all players throughout the game, good and bad, and can have a global effect on the entire outcome of the game. So,
Excellent.
yes.
You just explained your game. Are you Jeremy?
I'm Keith. Hi, good to meet you.
Good to meet you. So, tell us about Ogrefish.
All right, Ogrefish is a monster. It's a monster fishing tournament. And you are in this fantasy world, you are going fishing. And as you do, you're going to be pulling up monsters. And when you pull these monsters up, you have to fight them because they are coming to attack you. So you're going to get a sword. You can also go to the tackle shop and you can find out different stuff like bow and arrows and brass knuckles and things like that. And as you fight them, if you were able to defeat them with your dice rolls, you get a trophy. And if you get 4 trophies, then you get to win the game. And that's how it works. And there's a lot of take that to it as well. So if you notice that somebody else is getting the trophies more than you, so you can pull out these cards that say, nope, that monster has 4 more strength to it than you do. And another person says, I'm going to stop you from that. And then another person says, no, I want them to get it because I can win from that. So it's got a lot of take that in it.
So is it a little bit like Munchkin in that way?
Yeah, there's a lot of similarities to it, yeah, but it plays its own little way because you got a lot of little magic cards and stuff that you can add to it. And yeah, it's really fun. A lot of fun, hyper activity on the game table.
So tell us a little bit about why did you choose to exhibit here at BG.CON?
Oh, wow. Well, there's a lot of activity here. It's a very popular location. We see a lot of influencers walking the floors. It's exciting because a lot of people are just buying the game so that they can post it online. And so there's a lot of hype for showing yourself off there here at BGG.
So like, for example, I saw John Gets Games here.
That's right, yeah. Yeah, that's exactly what we wanted. And so it helps a lot, you know. Plus, you know, it's good activity to promote and show off the new stuff that we have.
All right, well, very good, Jeremy.
Thank you.
Thank you for your time.
All right, have a good one.
You too. And I'm here with Jack Kuntz, and he is with Corrosive Games, and he's going to tell us a little bit about his game and maybe a special activity you can do here at BG.CON.
Definitely. Hi, so I'm Zach. This is our game, Fate of Venterra. It is a 4X territory control game with no dice. So instead of dice, every single unit has its own attack, defense, and movement stats, and you have 5 different units you can choose from. We have 5 different factions. Every single faction's asymmetrical, so they're all going to have their own building stats. They all have their own faction upgrades. They all have their own power, and some of them have a special starting building that they start the game with. The object of the game is victory points, which is a green banner that's listed on your player board. There's also green banners all over your territory board that you're trying to conquer territory and hold it by the end of the game. And then we have over here, I know it's kind of tough to get, but we have a mastery board where you're able to complete quests and move up specific tracks to gain rewards at the same time. It's 45 minutes per player, and it's going to play up to 5 players. In the Kickstarter, there's going to be a 6-player expansion that's going to add in a 6-player. When you're messing with players, it's very linear. You just put in 2 extra board tiles, they have their own board, and you put their pieces on the board. And
And also, by the way, there's also a quest you can do. Tell us about the quest, Zach.
Yeah, sure thing. So the map is, I can go ahead and open one of these for you so we can take a look at it. If you'd like to open that up and hold it up. So the quest is, we have multiple made-up locations, but these all represent booths that are around the convention area. So the idea is that at the beginning, you're given a riddle. It'll lead you to one location, and there they'll be able to give you a little bit of information about their game, a little bit of a speech pitch on what they have or what they're selling, and then they'll be able to punch a hole on this map, and then they're handed a riddle that will take them to another booth that will also do the same exact thing. What happens is they end up going all the way around the exhibitor hall, and they're able to interact with a bunch of different booths. And then at the end of it, when they come back and all of these holes are punched, they place it over our secret message right here, and it'll reveal certain types of letters. And they must solve a anagram cipher that's built off of that. When they speak the word of power, there is revealed to them a special promo card that is only available at conventions. And this promo card can be placed into your game of Fate of Venterra when you get it from Kickstarter.
Okay, Caloria is also another game. These guys came out to our Game Days convention that's held in August. So right here we have Dragon Phoenix Games. They have their own games that they're putting out. They also have some games coming on Kickstarter, Storm Dragons, and now available. The expansion is also available. They changed the games. The unique thing that they do is they change games to cooperative games, which is really cool. Over here you have Fireside Games, Castle Panic, Big Box. Ooh, look at that. Hey guys, Castle Panic Deluxe Collection. Wow, look at these. Fanciest version ever. Look at that. Get a zoom into that. Oh, you can rotate it. Let me introduce myself. I'm Jonathan Key.
Jonathan, I'm Justin.
Nice to meet you. All right. Y'all may have sponsored us in the past, Game Day,
That sounds very familiar. Yeah.
and now we're a convention.
Nice.
And I am the unofficially, person who goes around making the list about everything on one page for BG.CON.
Nice, very good.
And so we also started a YouTube channel. So
Hello, Internet.
tell us a little bit about Fireside Games. Tell us about your big deluxe collection of Castle Panic and anything else you want to tell us.
Yeah, so we are Fireside Games. We've been doing this for about 14 years. We launched the company with Castle Panic, and for the big anniversary years ago, we put together this giant, ridiculous deluxe collection. So if you don't know, Castle Panic is a cooperative tower defense game. All the players are trying to fight off a wave of monsters and keep their castle intact. And now you can do it as fancy as possible with all the minis and everything. Over the years, we've made 4 expansions, and that's what this giant box in front of me is. It's all 4 expansions and the base game with everything, including the playmat and all the minis rolled in. It's just layer upon layer of vac trays filled with minis, basically. We have other versions if people want maybe a little something a little easier to manage, but that's what's been our bread and butter for years. Castle Panic's a great game for us, keeps selling. We have other games we do, like our cat collecting game and bears, and one where you build steampunk airships. We also are here at the show doing playtesting for 3 new games that will be coming out next year. So we have
What 3 games do you have coming out next year?
Games we have a game called Ultimatch. That's a very light matching game where you're playing cooperatively to match colors and numbers to not die, basically. And then we have Zoomies, which is a domino-based game about making packs of dogs and then scoring them with special tokens. And then the last one is Ham Helsing that's out there today. It's based on a book for tweens that is about a vampire hunting pig. And it's a co-op adventure game where 4 players are trying to stop this great evil from hitting their kingdom by sleeving cool cards for new powers and going out and battling minions and hopefully not losing the day. So
awesome. I could listen to him like all day, every day. Like when I want to know about a board game, I'm like, so tell me what you think about this board game. When I come over to him,
I can do it. 30 seconds. Let's go.
So tell me a little bit about what it is about working together to build a company together.
Oh, good question.
Yeah, it was really, I think, surprising to find like how well we really work together, and our skills really match each other and fill gaps, and so we just love being able to work together.
So when you say fill gaps and work together, what is it that he does and what is it you do?
So I think, well, I handle kind of the business side of things, and he handles the creative side, generally speaking, you know. But a lot of it, too, is the way we think. He's really, like, you know, exploratory and inductive, and, you know, he generates all these creative ideas, and I'm kind of, like, you know, deductive, and, like, you know, at some point we have to, like, boil it down and make some decisions and, you know, move forward.
You can't just make ideas; they have to actually work. So, yeah.
So he creates the chaos, and you help organize the chaos.
Exactly. Yeah.
She makes a little chaos too, though. Let's be honest. She's not all organization. But yeah.
Excellent. Well, very good. Well, thank you for your time, and we appreciate y'all. And our convention at Game Days is going to be again 3 days next year.
Nice. Okay.
Are y'all local? Remind me.
We are Austin.
Austin. Okay. Well, we'd love for y'all to come up if you want. It's going to be Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. And Saturday is going to be all day from like 9 a.m. to 11:30 p.m.
Oh my gosh.
And Sunday the same thing.
What time of year?
It's the first week in August. So if you're going to Gen.CON, we're going to be Gen Camp.
Nice.
Local DFW Gen Camp.
Very
so,
cool. Very
and
cool.
for Texas too.
Yeah,
so.
exactly. Very cool.
Well, more than welcome.
Congratulations
All
on
right.
that.
Thanks
That's
again,
awesome. I love
and
it.
appreciate y'all, and enjoy the rest of the con.
You betcha.
Separate bit. How friendly is everyone at the con?
Oh yeah.
Oh, nice.
A little bit.
All right. Very friendly. We have had a ton of people come up and either say like, "Oh, I love Castle Panic," or "What's Castle Panic?" and then they want the whole thing when we explain it to them. I think people here are very good-natured and mostly really hungry for game stuff. So, pretty easy to have a good time with
I
them.
haven't seen one grumpy person, so.
Even when you're tired, you're having fun because like you're on 4 hours of sleep, but you're with all your people, all your niche.
right.
This is like my people, right?
You know you've got another game coming in just like a few more minutes. So yeah.
Justin pulled out his list of games he wanted to find in the library, and he said, "Well, which ones do you want to play?" And I'm like, "I don't care which game it is, as long as it's with people."
There you go. All right. Well, thank y'all again.
Yes, you bet.
Guess what? They have copies over here at Common Ground Games for Dune Imperium Uprising. There were 75 of these the day they opened, and now you can see there's like 10 or 12 left. So everyone is buying this like pancakes. They got a bunch of other games: Apiary, Expeditions, Audubon, Sunrise Lane. If you like Earth, you ever heard of Wingspan? Well, this is similar to Wingspan. Earth is a great game as well. Up here you have Tokaido Duo. That's pretty cool. Unrest. Spellbook, The Art Project, Earthborn Rangers, and Dreadful Meadows, Pyramido, and this is a hot game this year. World Wonders, it actually looks like it's sold out, but it was also available at one point here at Common Ground. So, anyways, yeah, you should come check it out, and let's see if we can talk to the owner. Key, and I'm here with Jameson. He is the owner of Common Ground Games. So tell us a little about why you're here, what you're doing, and how you support the community.
So we've been the general retailer for BGG.CON since 2017. We like to come and basically make sure that all of as many as the hot games that we can make sure are here as possible, since everybody wants to get the cool stuff and that sort of thing. We're a big part of the Dallas community. We support things like Game Days, as well as several other organizations and that sort of thing. We have a very large game store with an open gaming area. People can come in and play games and try them out before they buy them and that sort of thing. And, you know, this is what we do. It's what we love.
Absolutely. So tell us, what were the hot games this year?
Apiary and Dune Imperium Uprising were some of the big ones. We've already sold out of World Wonders and Nucleum. Expeditions has been really hot. The Ticket to Ride Legacy game has been super hot. It's been a really good year, actually. There's been a lot of great games that have come out in the last couple months, and it's been really nice to see a lot of people just really excited to come and grab the games.
All right. Well, very good. Jameson, thank you for your time.
Tell us how it's 5 minutes from the con. So if you're driving.
Oh, yeah. Your location.
Yeah. Yeah, and our store is only 5 miles from here. We're less than a 10-minute drive right off of Inwood and 35. So if you're out here for this, you should come check it out. We are definitely a unique game store compared to a lot of other ones you may have been to.
My favorite store on the Dallas side of the Metroplex.
Thanks, Jonathan.
Thanks. All right. With one of my favorite stores, my favorite store in the Metroplex, Geek Out.
Can I be your 2 favorite stores?
Well, you have 2 stores now, so you can be 2 favorite stores.
I like board games, and these people like board games, and so I'm going to hook them up with more board games.
That sounds great. Come for the board games, leave with some friends. How about you, Charles?
One of the things we like doing, one of the reasons why BGG is one of our favorite events, is because we get to see all the new stuff that's coming out. We get to talk to a lot of new independent board game creators that don't necessarily have the big publicity that a lot of the larger distributors do. So we end up playing the new games, picking up some copies so that we can bring a little bit of BGG.CON to our customers also, so that you don't have to necessarily come here, because BGG is always limited supply of tickets. So what you missed out on here, we'll have it at the store.
What was one of the hot games that y'all had the first day that y'all opened up?
We had about 30 copies of Heat, and they lasted about an hour and 20 minutes.
Hour and 20 minutes. So y'all were selling like crazy.
Yes, Heat was the big one.
White Castle?
White Castle.
Yeah,
was
White
another
Castle,
huge
we
one.
had like 6 and they were gone instantly. And Sky Team went pretty fast. And then one more.
Forest Shuffle.
Forest Shuffle.
Forest Shuffle was the sleeper hit. Nobody was expecting that one, and that one just.
And then the next day they were gone. They went from like we sold 2 to we sold everything else the next day.
So where are your stores located, in case people don't know about it, and what's some of the things that y'all offer at your stores?
So we have 2 locations. Our first, and our location's been around since 2017, is in Burleson, which is a suburb of Fort Worth. And then our other location is in Mansfield, which is right in the middle of the Metroplex. So regardless of where you're at, there's a location. If you're in the Metroplex, there's a location that's fairly close to you. And the things we offer, we throw it in our logo. It's D&D, collectibles, tabletop games, comics, board games, TCGs. And the biggest thing that we provide, and the number one thing that we like to provide, is a place for everybody to gather and to come together and just geek out about what they like. Both stores are approximately 4,500 square feet, which is half retail space, half always free to play space, with an asterisk. We do have a paid event coming up later this year, but that's a whole different story that I'll let John tell you about later.
So we're having our Fort Worth Game Night Christmas party. It's being hosted at Geek Out this year in Mansfield, their new store. So we're really excited about that. And yeah, well, thank you so much for your time. And
Thank you, John.
this is always a pleasure. And yeah, thank you for telling us a little bit about BGG.CON. All right, so not only do you have a bunch of vendors and sponsors, but here you have the Geek Out store. And guess what? I know this guy over here. Hey, Greg. How's it going? Oh, yeah. So one of the cool things is if people want to buy something, Greg is being a nice person. And he is over here taking pictures of games for somebody. And he's going to pick the game accessories up for her. So that's pretty cool. Not only are there game accessories, there's promos, there's art, there are some games as well. Got some calendars even. Got some board game geek gear. We got hats. You got, yeah, they're all out of their board game geek bags. So everyone probably got one of those. These are the old T-shirts for $3 from the previous conventions. And then you come over here and you check out some nice people over here from Team Geek. So tell us what the top sellers at the store are.
Quacks has always been strong. We've had these. Oh, Quack Bits. Yeah, well, Team Geek upgrades. Geek Bits is what they call them, and they're acrylic pieces that would replace the cardboard pieces that you get with the game. So it really enhances the gameplay. Additionally, for the Quacks of Quinlanburg, there's also a box set that you can nest the tokens in, and it has little dividers by the value of the tokens, and you can put the card associated with the game in there. So it really brings the gameplay together in a wonderful way. So that's remained pretty popular.
You want to tell us what you guys have sold here this year at BGG.CON?
Absolutely. So our perennial favorite is always Quaxoquedlinburg, the bits. I've been told you pretty much can't play the game without them, so that's always one of our best sellers. At every convention, BGG does unique art that applies to a theme that the whole convention is built around. So this year it's cryptozoology, so the search for mythical creatures. So the convention shirt, this is the one window that you get to buy it. So of course the convention shirt is always a very hot item. And then we always try and push something really new. So this year we're selling a little game box called a Token Silo, created by GameGenic, which is a division of Asmodee. And so that's been just one of those boxes that's useful for 1,000 things. So those three.
Lots of game accessories here, lots of shirts and hoodies and all these things. Thank you so much.
Yes. Yeah, that's the Token Silo. So, and you can rearrange all of these and swap out different sizes and, not put some of the trays in. If you wanted only half of them in, you can do that. And then right next to us are our convention t-shirts.
You have a t-shirt we can look at?
Absolutely. This design was actually made by an artist who specializes in artistry for pinball machines.
That's different.
Yeah, if you think of the art that would be on the vertical part, that where your score would be. So that's where we came across him, the owner of BGG. And so I asked him, he specializes in monsters as well. And I said, make something that's not too scary.
So people will want to buy, and not too scary, but still gives you the feel of, you got the dice in there, you got some of the Cthulhu kind of looking things.
And of course, the board gamer in the bottom.
The board game at the bottom, yeah. This has Geek on there with his Board Game Geek bag. So, well, thank you so much. I'm Jonathan Key, and I'm here with Beth Helly, and you're the manager of the Geek Store.
Yep, I am the product manager. So basically everything before the sale is me, and then my compatriot is Christine, and everything after the sale is her. So we are essentially a two-person team.
Excellent. Well, thank you so much for your time.
Thank you.
All right, here I am with Gabriel Spiller, and tell us a little bit about who you are, what you're doing, about your channel, and your experience here at BGG.CON.
Yeah, so I'm Games with Gabe, that's the channel. I've been here at the con, just mostly in the exhibitor hall, checking out all the awesome games we have going on here. If you're at BGG.CON, come to the exhibitor hall. You have a lot of really great independent publishers that are putting out some awesome games, and they could use your support. And other than that, I'm just playing games and having fun and filming content.
That's great. So tell me, what's your 2 or 3 favorite games you've played so far?
Ooh, 2, 3, okay. I really like Amoeba Bunnies. They're in the exhibitor hall. They're going to be launching hopefully in half a year on Kickstarter. I really liked, I got more than 3, Wild Realms as well. They were really good. Witchcraft, really fun 25-minute social deduction game, which is rare to find a short one that we all enjoy. And Paleo Vet, really fun if you're a dinosaur fan. You have to heal these dinosaurs before they wake up and eat you, so that was kind of like a fun concept. I was a fan of that, but I got a whole list. Follow me, look at Games with Gabe, and I'll have videos for all of them.
All right. Thanks, Gabe.
Yep.
Matthew and I met at another convention, and he's here now. Tell us a little bit about your games and what it is that you do.
Yes. So I'm an indie publisher. I'm local to Dallas area, DFW area now. I just moved here in March. But I have a tiny game series that funded on Kickstarter in October, and we'll be filling in April. But it's tiny games. They're easy to learn, travel size, and they have some unique things. Like this game, Sirens, has a musical element to it where I hired a composer to actually make music for the game. And when the players are done playing the game and building out a song, there's an app where they can take a picture of their cards and it will play the song back to them so they can hear it in real time.
What's this one?
This one's Mind Your Business. This was our first hobby-style game.
So the convention is great because whether you've been in the hobby a long time and know all kinds of board games, or you're brand new to it, you can still meet people, play games, have fun, make some friends.
100%, and you can always put up a players want it or teacher want it sign, and there's people that are more than happy to come join your game, and that's basically what happened with Sheriff of Nottingham, where it had 3 players. I'm like, this is much better at a higher player count, so we put up a little sign, and then we were playing at 5 within a few minutes. So, yeah.
Hey, Matthew, thank you for your time.
Thank you for coming over.